So now we are going to Unit 3. Unit 3 starts with the anatomy and function of the heart and also the ECG. So now we are going to start with ECG, and in between we will see the functioning of the heart. So introduction to ECG. ECG is nothing but the electrocardiogram. So let us see. The electrocardiogram is a graphical recording or display. It's a graphical recording or display of the time variant voltages produced by the heart muscles. So myocardium, biological term we have given. Myocardium is nothing but the heart muscles. Myo means muscles, cardium means heart. What is the gram? Electrocardiogram, electrocardiograph. Two things are there. So electrocardiogram means represents the waveform. Whatever waveform that is developed, that is called the electrocardiogram. What is the electrocardiograph? Electrocardiograph represents the equipment that is used to pick up the ECG. Figure 5 shows the basic waveform of a normal ECG. A normal ECG waveform is shown here. And as we discussed in Unit 1 introduction itself, when you look at the ECG signal, every segment of the ECG signal is very important. That's what we saw here. This P, QRS and the T waveform. So everything gives some important diagnostic information to the doctor. So here P waveform is there, QRS is there, and T is also there. And what is the corresponding significance of each of this segment of the waveform? We will see now. The P, QRS and the T waveform reflect the rhythmic electrical depolarization and repolarization. What is by depolarization and repolarization? You know from Unit 1. Depolarization is nothing but from polarized to action potential. From resting state to action potential, that is said to be depolarized. And repolarization means from action potential back to resting potential. Resting to action, that is depolarized, because resting state is said to be polarized. That one point you have to remember, then everything automatically falls in place. Resting potential means polarized. Okay. So from resting state to action state means that is said to be depolarization, because we are moving away from polarization. So that is called as a depolarization into action, and repolarization again from action potential to resting potential. What is the normalcy? From to the contract position. So from normal position to contracting position, that is said to be the action potential. Again back to the normal position, that is said to be the rest. Okay. The electrocardiogram is used clinically in diagnosing various diseases and the conditions associated with the heart. Of course, a very general point that they are given here. The waveform depends largely on the lead configuration used as discussed below. So what is the lead configuration? We will see in the upcoming slides. Lead configuration in the sense where you are going to attach the electrode. Unipolar lead system is there, bipolar lead system is also there, even for ECG, that we will study in the upcoming slides. Expands at the same time the ventricle contracts, that is given by the PQRS complex. This is atrial contraction, this is ventricular contraction. So two things happens. Atria first contracts, after that the ventricles contracts. So the time ventricles contract, the atria should expand. So at that time the two things are happening. So that is given by the QRS complex. Okay, P waveform and the QRS complex. So this is a complicated waveform. That's what we call it as a QRS complex. P wave and the QRS complex. And again ventricular expansion. Again ventricle should come to the normal resting state. That is said to be the T wave. So T wave and all, T, U and all are there. That are not diagnostically so much important. What is important is P and the QRS. To see today, lead configuration in the sense lead system. Normally 4 electrodes are being used. The electrode of the right leg is always a ground electrode. Okay, that you need to remember in common. Whenever the ECG measurement is made, the electrodes are attached to all the limbs. Limbs in common we can say. What is by limbs? Arms and legs are said to be limbs. So the electrodes are attached to all the limbs, whereas the right leg electrode is said to be a ground electrode. What is by ground? It is used for reference. The 12 standard leads used more frequently are bipolar limb leads, unipolar limb leads and chest lead system. So today we will see the bipolar limb leads alone. What is meant by the bipolar limb leads? Bipolar limb leads in the sense to both the arms we are going to connect. Bipolar limb leads. So bipolar in the sense we are going to measure ECG from 2 different points. Based on the differences in voltage between 2 different points, we are going to draw the ECG. Whenever it is bipolar, you have to understand that the difference in voltage between 2 points. So what is it? We can see very simply. Because each of the electrogram is recorded from 2 electrodes. Bipolar. Why it is called as bipolar is simply written here. Because 2 electrodes. Bi means 2. And the third electrode is not connected. Okay. Always one of the particular thing is left alone without using any connection. Okay, see here for example, the third electrode is not connected now. Here there is nothing connected to this left leg. Left leg nothing is connected, whereas right leg is always ground. Right leg is connected to ground. And here in the first case, lead 1. So lead 1, lead 2 and lead 3. In lead 1, left arm and right arm. The potential is measured between the left arm and right arm. So what that means is, the left arm and right arm are connected to the positive and negative of an operational amplifier. So this is a simple operational amplifier which you study in your analog electronics. So that is what is your lead 1. What about lead 2? Lead 2 means left leg and right arm. Left leg and right arm means, so as I already told, in the next configuration also, the right leg will be connected to ground. The right leg will be connected to ground, and apart from these two, one of the other limbs will be left free. So like that you can understand and draw the diagram. Okay, in this case, left leg and right arm. So this is my left leg which is connected to positive, and this is my right arm that is connected to the negative. Between these 2 points I am going to measure the ECG, and the right leg is connected to ground as usual. So the output voltage is shown here. We are going to measure the output voltage. Similarly, the third one, again I don't want to explain. Right leg is connected to ground between the left leg and the left arm. So this is the left side of the human body. Between the left leg and left arm, the connections are made. The connections are given to the left leg. Left leg is connected to positive terminal and left arm is connected to the negative terminal. So that is how we measure the voltage in this case, bipolar link leads. Okay. And what is important here is, remembering this is very difficult, sir. If you say like that, you wrote down this RA, LA and LL. Similarly here also it will be RA, LA and LL. So this RA, LA and LL is a particular sequence that you need to remember, because next we are going to see some concept there also. You will between the right arm and the left leg, there is a lead 2. The lead 2 is shown by a vector. Vector in the sense it has a direction and also value. Similarly, left arm and left leg, that is also shown by lead 3. That is also shown by a vector which has a value, which has a, so this is shown dot to certain region, shown like an arrow. So that means the length of the arrow depicts the voltage, whereas the direction, the angle shows the phase. Okay. So whenever you want to find out the cardiac vector, what is the cardiac vector? Cardiac vector is nothing but the actual value of ECG at that particular point. So this is a cardiac vector. The cardiac vector can be drawn from any 2 lead systems. In the previous slide we studied 3 lead. In a bipolar lead system, 3 type of connections are made, out of which any 2 can be taken to draw the ECG, to obtain the ECG at a particular point. How we will identify? So this is one vector and this is one another vector. This vector is taken from lead 1, this vector is taken from lead 3. So if you simply interconnect these 2, what happens is a final cardiac vector is outcome, is taken as outcome. So this is simply instantaneous. Instantaneous in the sense, at a particular point of time, that is a cardiac vector. Means at that particular point of time, what is the amplitude of the ECG signal? That is shown by the length of this cardiac vector. And the third vector, that is nothing but that is complementary. It is not right. So whatever I told you, that is given as words. Let me explicitly read it out. Einthoven postulated that at any given instant of the cardiac cycle, that is important. This is instantaneous. At one particular point of time, what is the ECG? The frontal plane representation of the vertical axis of the heart is a 2-dimensional vector. 2-dimensional vector is, it is nothing but at any point of time, if you want to measure the ECG, 2 dimensions have to be taken into account. That is nothing but, for example, lead 2 or lead 3 you can take, or lead 1 and lead 3 you can take. Any 2 you want to study at a particular time. That is why it is called as a 2-dimensional vector. Of course, the outcome is only 1-dimensional vector, but to know that you need 2 dimensions. Further, the ECG measurement from any one of the 3 basic limb leads is a time variant, single dimensional component of that vector. So, the final ECG that is measured is nothing but a single dimensional component. What is by that single dimensional component? Final outcome, what you want to measure as an instantaneous ECG is nothing but a single dimensional vector.